Good morning, Panthers. I'm Dwayne Adams.
And I'm Zaza Bynum. Today we will look at possible changes to block scheduling, Mehlville's newest addition to the mornings, a closer look at hippo equine therapy, and much more.
And it all starts now. Welcome back to our newest edition of Mehlville Today.
First, we'll recap this year's Halloween costume contest.
This Halloween, Mehlville Media gets an inside look at some students who ditched their school clothes to put on some crazy costumes for a good cause.
Costume contest came into being when Key Club wanted to raise money for Trick or Treat for UNICEF. Trick or Treat for UNICEF has been around since 1950 and a alternative to getting candy going door to door. Students being able to get something other than candy and help those in need.
I did this more for fun and to help support Key Club because I am a member, but I don't know, making some of the parts like my tutu and stuff was fun, but it was mostly just to support Key Club.
I thought we got a pretty good amount of support today. Everyone came down. It was a lot more than I expected, and there were a lot of contestants and everything, and it was fun.
We raised $50 at the costume contest for entries and participants, and then we're still collecting in boxes in tap rooms.
With photographer Connor Wright, this is Michaela Dinsmore signing off with Mehlville Today.
Now, Doreen and TJ looked at the newest addition to our school,
The Java Jungle.
The Java Jungle was created because going to Stuco camps, we've heard other schools have done like coffee shops and they've had a really good turnout and it's a good fundraiser. So we decided to bring it to Mehlville, and we noticed a bunch of kids always bring in coffee, so why not have a shop here?
It's just like something in the morning where you can like drink hot chocolate if you can't like go anywhere in the morning.
And so we thought that we wanted to give that to the students as well. And so we decided to just make the Java Jungle before school and give students that opportunity to get stuff. Usually gets at least about 30 cups or more. I think the atmosphere is really good. I mean, like, we usually sell a lot of things all the time. We always feel good about it, and like everyone always tries to volunteer to sell stuff at Java Jungle. Yeah.
It was nice. The people who worked there were pretty cool. They would talk to you, and then it's really quick, so it was good.
Next, we all know Jew as the school athletic trainer.
But Mehlville Media took a look at another one of his talents.
You've seen him assisting on the field or the court, but where you haven't seen him is on the dance floor.
I always thought it was fascinating in like high school, but I never really got a chance to do it. And then college, I didn't really have time. So as soon as I got into grad school and I had more time, I just kind of started doing stuff at the SLU Rec Center, and just happened from there. So. I'm actually part of a local dance company downtown, so I go there to practice a couple times, and then the SLU Rec Center where I started, I go there. When I'm at home, there's like open space, I just do random stuff there, so just all over the place, I guess. Consuming Kinetics Dance Company, it's downtown in St. Louis. It's nice, they have a bunch of different classes like contemporary, hip-hop, breaking, so I take all of those classes too. So breaking's like my main thing, but I like doing other styles of dance too. When I was in grad school, we did perform or entered a competition at U of I, and we did get third place as a team, so that was kind of cool. It's a good workout, obviously, and with my profession, I like seeing how different things work when I'm breakdancing and dancing in general. I guess, coming up with different moves, trying different things out, expressing yourself, and having fun. So.
With photographer Reese Mordock, this is reporter Taylor Durham with Mehlville Today.
Recently, our community lost a local police officer.
People continue to show support. Liz and Natalia take a closer look.
We are currently on Arno Street, where South County's Officer Schneider has been recently shot once in the chin by an 18-year-old who got the cops called on for a noise complaint. When he recognized the officer, he shot him once, which caused a gunfight right in this spot. A couple houses were hit, and since then, the community has been showing support by displaying blue ribbons and signs thanking the officers all throughout St. Louis.
Junior Blues honor Officer Schneider with Backstoppers Night.
I think it was the organization as a whole. Officer Schneider patrolled the Afton area with our rink being in his precinct. We thought it would be only fitting to honor him with that game and raise additional money for his family, since this was his area that he patrolled. We're still waiting for a couple payments to come in, but I would say for right now, the backstoppers, it's going to be over $4,000. And then for the Snyder family directly, it'll be around $2,100. I think the most special part was the community coming out. I think we had close to 1,000 people at the game to see the St. Louis County police officers that worked with Officer Schneider came out. They did a ceremonial puck drop. I think was pretty special, and just the overwhelming support with the money being raised and people being generous and putting bids on the jerseys and just throwing money in the donation jar is it's pretty spectacular.
The Junior Blues fundraised and contributed by getting game-worn jerseys and auctioning them off after the game and having 50-50 raffle, and all the proceeds of the game introduction went to the backstoppers and the policemen of Snyder. As captain of the Junior Blues, it was a big situation, a big deal, and it was something fun to be a part of.
Now, Nikki, Emma, and Miranda went to a horse ranch in a nearby community.
Helping Hands and Horses it's a lot of different things, but we call ourselves a hippo equine therapy. So we accept kids, anyone with an IEP, which is an individual education plan, and they have to have either physical and or occupational therapy goals that the horse will help them with.
I heard just great things about hippotherapy and the benefits, and it definitely has done a lot. I have Mason, who's 9, and Aiden is 6, and he's been in the program, almost 7. He's been in the program since he was 3. We brought Mason first. He has a rare genetic condition called duplication 15q syndrome, and then he also has an autism diagnosis. When he started the program in 2008, he wasn't walking yet, and we brought him, it was October, and in January he started to walk. My second son was diagnosed with autism at 3, so he immediately got into the program and started writing. We worked on speech, and it really helped to bring him out of his shell. Socially, he's very shy, so it's been beneficial for both of them.
Like riding the car here.
I started about 3 years ago. I've always been interested in horses, and I wanted to take lessons and stuff, but it was too expensive, so I found this place, and I loved working with kids. So I thought it was a perfect match, and I've just been here ever since. So
We had one little girl that was totally nonverbal, and the very first time she came, she was 4 years old, and I was taking her around on a horse, and I'm singing to her, and I'm talking to her, and the third time around, I was like, Dad, I'm not getting through to her. What am I doing wrong? And he's like, she's nonverbal. And I was like, oh, good to know. That helps me on how I'm going to interact with her. And by the end of the 45-minute session, she had said 4 words, like mama, daddy, horsey, and something else. So the connection between, especially the kids with autism and Downs, is amazing between the child and the horse. It gives them self-confidence that they've not had before. Socialization, independent. My girlfriend volunteers here and asked me to come out. She was talking about it, and so I came out and just fell in love with it, and have been here ever since.
For more information about Helping Hands and Horses, feel free to visit their website at helpinghandsandhorses.org to learn more.
Or some schools call it a version of a hybrid model. And the whole idea is that the students will have options as well as teachers have options, and that's one of the things we're looking at, where some classes will be offered in a block format and some classes are offered in a traditional school format.
Personally, I think we should keep our block scheduling because I think that I got in a rhythm and I know what my classes are and I know how much time I have to work and I know how I can balance my time with classes and with after-school activities.
Well, if we go to a new schedule or go away from the block schedule, really the effect, it just depends on which one we go with. If we end up with shorter blocks or a varied schedule where students are following different schedules, the whole goal is that the student's educational experience gets improved.
I don't think that the new schedule will be helpful because I think that kids already know one way, and yeah, like with anything, change is different, but if everyone knows one way and they change it, especially for me as a junior on the last year, then I think it could get confusing when life's already confusing trying to figure out what we're going to do with the rest of our life.
There will be a follow-up on this story, but for now, this has been Kat Blassie with photographer Leo Rojo signing off with Mehlville Today.
Well, that wraps up this edition of Mehlville Today.
Make sure you check out Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Mehlville Media.
Thanks for watching. So you think you can dance?